Maybe it was because he wasn't qualified to teach the course, or because he was too busy rambling that he never got around to teaching the subject. But for whatever the reason, you were not learning what the course was supposed to teach you. I have had classes like this, and they have made me very angry. As students, it is one of the most frustrating things that we may experience. We deal with this frustration by writing angry evaluations at the end of every semester. But why do we get so upset? We get upset because the professors represent our university, meaning that the university is not fulfilling its duty to us. We know that our institution owes us something, and it is not following through on its responsibility if its professors are not doing their jobs. We become upset because we aren't getting what we desire. This is why the duty of the university is to give its students a return on their investments. Higher education is not free. Even with full scholarships, students are investing time, effort, and money. And the university should give them something in return. This return is knowledge, be that theoretical or practical. The university should equip us with knowledge by teaching us new things. That by knowing more, we are able to have a greater impact on the world. For example, most of us come to King's with little economic experience. So when we took Introduction to Economics, we were learning new things. Some of these things made sense to us, but others were put into terms that we were never familiar with. For instance, the principle of opportunity cost shocked me. It really did. When Professor Brentberg told me that every time I make a decision to do something, I am foregoing the opportunity to do something else, it completely changed the way I make my decisions. I imagine this is the same for many of you. In fact, I know that it is, because I hear the school talking about opportunity costs and trade-offs all of the time. Except at this school, it tends to be in everyday life, not just in economics. Because by understanding these things, not only are we better equipped to look at economic policies and have informed opinions about them, but we are better equipped to make decisions about our own lives, like making the decision to take 6 classes in a semester or take an internship instead. We are here to be informed, because when we know more, we understand more about the world. You see, a genuine education is one that teaches us to process the knowledge that we obtain in a way that enables us to perform well in our future endeavors. And it's not just economics that informs our way of thinking, so let's talk about philosophy for a moment. In Plato's allegory of the cave, the philosopher must bring reason to his prisoners, who are chained in the dark so that they can see the light and therefore know what is real. Because when they see what is real, they will know that the projections on the wall are simply projections. They are not reality. Once this reason is given, the prisoners can make a decision about what to do and how to act because they understand their reality. Now, the cave is not real. Don't tell Dr. Corbin. It's just a metaphor. But it's a metaphor that illustrates a real problem. The problem is that we are the prisoners in the cave. But we are to be taught what is true and what is not so true. So in our modern world, the university attempts to fill the philosopher's shoes. Higher education is meant to bring us out of the cave and into the brightness of reality. Knowledge increases our understanding of the world by opening our minds. But as G.K. Chesterton said, merely having an open mind is nothing. The object of opening the mind, as of opening the mouth, is to shut it again on something solid. Truth is simply reality. Whether it is the tragedy of poverty or the beauty of God's grace, what is true is what is real. By seeing reality clearly, we are able to see true things and untrue things for what they are. This gives us the ability to choose to pursue truth. It's the difference between walking into a multiple choice exam and knowing that you can rule out answers C and D, and walking into the same exam knowing the correct answer. Because the university has brought us out of the cave, we can now walk into our exams and circle the correct answers. We have discovered what is true and so closed our mind on something solid. You'll notice I haven't said that the duty of the university is to give you a good education, because while that statement is somewhat vague, it is also impossible for the university to fulfill on its own. It should provide you with knowledge that leads to experience and truth, but the process is dependent upon us. We, the students, have to put in the investment of our time, effort, and money. We have to work hard, lose sleep, forgo fun activities, read, and read some more so that we understand the education that is presented to us. While it is the duty of the university to foster an environment of learning and to impart knowledge in a way that encourages critical analysis, ultimately, it is we who must take responsibility to fully access these opportunities that the university provides. Now, some students don't really want to be educated, and this is the sad part, because some students are like the prisoners in the cave who are dragged out kicking and screaming, so blinded by the new sunlight that they only wish to go back to the cold, dark cave from where they were once chained, a place where they never have to take another ABTAP class again. I know from my personal experience, and I'm sure the professors in this class can tell you as well, as the teacher's assistants, that it is impossible to give someone an education if they don't want it or are unwilling to work for it. The university's duty is to give you a return on the investment that you put into it. It is an investment of time, effort, money, and humility for a return of knowledge, experience, and the better chance at finding truer things. However, this will only be possible if each party fulfills its duty. We, the students, have to first make the investment by putting in money and hard work. Only then will the university be able to fulfill its duty by providing us with knowledge and understanding. And here's the really interesting part. If the duty of the university is to provide a return on investments by providing knowledge, then shouldn't a Christian university outperform a secular one? As Proverbs 9:10 says, it is the fear of the Lord that is the beginning of knowledge and understanding. Colossians 2 also proclaims that all knowledge and wisdom are found in Christ alone. Knowledge based on the fear of God, then, is closer to reality because it is based on the faith of the creator of this world. It naturally follows that a good Christian university, one where its professors are able to teach from a perspective of faith, can give you more knowledge of reality than a secular one. The secular university attempts to fill the role of philosopher by providing us with reason and enlightenment. It believes that we are no longer prisoners of the cave because we have excavated ourselves by finding the light of truth in our own reason. What it fails to realize is that such light is not the light of the sun, but artificial stadium lighting. On the other hand, the Christian university fulfills its duty in the role of philosopher by rejecting the artificial light that comes from our own human reason and introducing the importance of faith and transcendent reality. When you understand concepts like opportunity cost and allegories like Plato's cave through the lens of a Christian faith, you have a clearer image of reality. So what does a classroom look like when the university and its professors are fulfilling their duty and giving you a return on your investment? I imagine it's one of those classes that I have had and that all of us probably have at this very moment in time, where we are excited to go to class, where we do our reading and we prepare for class because we know that the investment that we make in that class will provide us with a great return. Most importantly, we can recognize that what we learn in the classroom will inform the rest of our lives. It is in these moments of gaining knowledge that we are glorifying the Lord. This is the best return that our investment could possibly have. Not only does it motivate us to pursue knowledge and discernment, but it is eternal. The university, by performing its duty, is glorifying the Lord. Thank you.